Hey everyone, welcome back to The Other Side of Music. Today we have Steel City Amazon with us. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So glad to be here with you.
Good, good. Yeah, you're a busy person. I'm glad you were able to take a moment to do this interview.
Well, I gotta say that this is something that was really important to me. Once the opportunity presented itself, I had to come on here and talk with you as soon as I possibly could. I was excited.
I'm excited too. Thank you.
Yes, and honored for the opportunity to come on your platform.
Cool, cool. Thank you. So, here's my first question. How did you choose your name?
Oh, it's your girl, Crystal Bartley, aka Steel City Amazon. And you can follow me on all platforms, including Cash App. I Steel City Amazon, y'all. Alright, so how did I come up with that? It's actually a tattoo that I've had for years.
Oh,
And I deemed myself Steel City Amazon because I am out of this box. I'm out of this world, but I'm repping Steel City. Steel City is Pittsburgh, for
mhm.
those people who don't know. And I also am from the roots are from Texas, but I have a personality that's bigger than life. But I'm also 6'2" with heels on.
Oh
So I'm
my
a
goodness.
literal Amazon.
You
Yes.
are tall. I'm all of 5'1".
It's like my bestie. Um, yeah. I was based off of my height, my persona, and what I wanted to present to the world was a strong warrior woman,
Hmm.
black woman, colored woman, and I am not made of steel. I am a human being, but I am very tough. You know what I mean? So I'm also a veteran, and that plays a part into it as well. Hmm.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Well, that name is a strong name. Then it stands for a lot. All right,
Yes, and I hope I'm doing the Steel City justice by representing, my moniker.
I'm sure you are. So you are a poet, a model, a host. You seem to do it all. So tell me how you got into. Well, let's start with poetry.
Poetry. I was introduced to poetry as a teenager. I used to rap uh, when that was a thing to be in the cyphers back in the 90s. And then in the early 2000s, that turned into me turning those lyrics into poems. So I left it alone for a while, but then in my adulthood, a friend of mine named Incomplete, who is also a poet,
Hmm.
offered me the opportunity to come and share my work during an open mic. And so the poems that I had been writing and keeping to myself, I finally said out loud. And it was so empowering. It was like a super heavy subject too, but it was like the best thing that I could have possibly done was be bold enough to say, this is what I have to say unapologetically and convey it artistically.
Yeah,
I mean, it was powerful. My first time up there, it truly was, and it's addictive. I don't know if I'm chasing that high or what, but I love it.
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you are 6'2", you said. So
With heels
modeling.
on. So I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9" and a half.
Oh, oh.
Uh, just regular schmegular. So I like to be amongst those who are over 6 foot. Get paying homage to my mother, who was also a tall woman. Uh, and I have my niece Kayla, who is actually 6'2", I believe.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, so I love it. And I walk around with my head held high, my back, you know,
Mhm.
straight up, and my head in the air. As my brother used to tell me, you know, don't hunt yourself down. Don't try to fit into somebody else's box. Don't feel as though you need to make someone else feel comfortable just because your presence is dominating. Just
Yeah.
because your aura is bright, don't dim your light.
Good advice. Good
Good
advice.
advice. Snap on that.
Yeah. And you host some shows. A lot of stuff actually.
Yes. Oh man, hosting. So poetry has opened the door for me to host a bunch of events. I used to host events with my family. Um we
Mm.
have game nights, we have paint nights and karaoke nights and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
So I've transitioned from just doing that for family and friends to doing that for the public. I got connected with the Pittsburgh Poetry Collective, and
Yeah.
I'm now a board member with them. And
Oh.
yes, they have allowed me to host open mics at the Poetry Lounge in Millville in Pittsburgh.
Oh, all right.
Yes. So, and I participate in the slams there and all of that. So hosting every couple months or something like that is just enough for me. The open mic is really dope. It fills up fast, and you never know what you're going to see at those open mics because it could be music, it can be a dissertation, it could be somebody reading their book because they're an author, a poet, musician, if I didn't say that already. And I also have the opportunity to host Puff Puff Paint events. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not. You need to talk about that.
So, a Puff Puff Paint is an event where we're collaborating with artists such as small business owners, such as Paint at Your Own Risk,
Hmm.
and other artists who provide canvases for the folks.
Hmm.
And we provide a pre roll of the medical marijuana side.
Well, well, well.
Well, well, well. So, if you partake, then you partake. If not, there is never any pressure. So it's an event where we tracked a certain type of crowd, and there is age limits. There is no age limit, actually, because we've had, 21 years old all the way up to somebody celebrating their 75th birthday with me.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that's really saying something. We have great music, giveaways, things of that nature. The next one's coming up on February 15th,
Hmm.
and tickets are only $25.
Okay.
That's so reasonable. I
Yeah,
love
for
it.
all of that. And feeling good.
Yes. But hosting is definitely something that I love, and I believe that I got my start with being able to run a certain amount of time with a crowd by being in church.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And having a program where you got to be a mistress of ceremony of such. So the gift of gab and the ability to sing and communicate and just put myself out there came by growing up in a Baptist church here in Pittsburgh, Trinity Missionary Baptist Church, actually.
All right.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of a natural thing to do, right?
Absolutely. So I'm like, thank you, Lord, for all my gifts.
Yeah. And that's a lot of them too. Um, so how long have you been doing, geez, I don't know, all of this?
All of this has definitely come around within the last 2 years
Oh,
where I was I started writing poetry
mhm.
when I was inside of the Veterans Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that time when I was sitting down. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. So it was me and my thoughts, and I had to get my thoughts out some way, and it came out in poetry. And so I shared it there at the VA with a small group. And then when I was out of the hospital, I shared it at Pittsburgh Poetry Collective, where they were having a slam, which is one of the only slamming poetry slam organizations in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
right now. One of the oldest one, I should say, not the only, oldest. But they had an open mic. So it started from there. I had to look at my life like, what are you going to do? Because you can't keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And this brings me joy. So I found that doing the things that bring me joy bring me happiness overall in my life.
Well, that's what counts.
It truly is what counts.
Yeah. I mean, life is honestly too short to be miserable every day.
Ugh, you
You
ain't lying.
you know, you just gotta find what you like doing or what makes you happy, and figure out a way to stick with it because life is just too short.
Yes. So I'm thankful, grateful, and blessed. I say that every day. I say a prayer. I am thankful for the opportunity to have a breath. I'm thankful for opportunity to express myself and the fact that there are people in this world who are interested in what I might have to say.
Mhm.
And also, I found community within the poetry scene.
Oh,
So it's really dope because it's, I'll say, not even poetry, but creatives.
yes.
Because not only a host and a poet, I am a visual artist where I create using acrylic paints. That's a passion of mine
Hmm.
that I really, really love to do. And also, um, I'm an actress. So getting
Yes.
the poetry connected me with all of these different things. I'm a part of a reality show.
Yes. Yes. I was going to get to that, but you brought it up, so go with it. Tell me about that.
Hustle Hard to Get It season 2. Hustle Hard to Get It is a reality show about people from Pittsburgh who are putting on for their city, doing positive things,
Hmm.
using their talents, hustling, and getting it.
Okay.
Getting it
Okay.
popping. We even getting it off the ground. We getting it going. We keeping it going. And it's just like a really dope thing to see people uplifting one another, supporting each other.
Hmm.
And it's like, hey, we got all of it. We got what we have in common is that we're repping our city and we want to give back to the community. We want to give back to the world our talents. So we serve them up on a platter.
Now,
Yeah.
how do you find people for your show?
The show is actually produced by Tara J. And she put on a audition
Oh.
this time. Last time she picked people. This time she put on an audition. So people were be able to come on, talk about what they have going on, talk about why they would be interesting on the show. Do they have the commitment? All of that kind of stuff. And then she went from there. And then she did a sideball and brought on more cast member.
Oh.
So I mean, you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
they must have been some interesting auditions. I can only imagine what some people must have said of why they're interesting.
Absolutely, but hey, all I'm talking about is follow Steel City Amazon on all platforms, including Cash App. But I'm
Yeah.
trying to connect with the world. I'm a black woman. I'm a veteran. I got something to say, and I'm a vibe. So it's like if you get an opportunity to come to one of my events, like I'm having an event on Valentine's Day, right?
Yep.
I'm hosting this event, co-hosting an event with Cool and Cole. He is through his business, Cool and Cole
Hmm.
Creations, and us and several other poets, dancers, and performers are going to be there. And I just love collaborating with others
Yes.
every chance I get.
It's nice when you start to find people who are, who are like you, who have the same vibe or similar vibes. It's
Yeah,
it,
absolutely. Like I said, it turns out to be like a community for real,
yeah.
because we have so much in common, and we begin to get to know one another, and you see how it's only a couple degrees away, in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is small.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is.
Mm.
Girl,
But
that will hit
you'd be
everybody.
surprised. You'd be surprised who you know and who you know knows what. So I'd be like, could you please just share with your network, and then your network get with my network, and then we be networking.
That's pretty good. So, tell me the craziest story you have. Maybe it happened at an event that you were hosting or that you were part of, or it could be crazy, it could be terrible, just something like that will always stick in your head.
Oh my goodness. Well, one of the events, it wasn't even mine. I was at a poetry event, and somebody comes to the event space that ain't supposed to be there, and they put on the worst. They had to kick these people out. I don't know
Oh,
if it was crackheads or what, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But they had to get kicked out of the poetry show, and I was just like, oh my goodness, please, please leave, please leave. And they finally did leave. But I was reminiscing with my father earlier today about how I used to be a superwoman.
mhm.
And I used to work in retail. I worked in corrections. I was a parole agent.
Oh,
I did a lot of stuff, right? So I was the craziest thing that happened to me in my life is getting robbed. That is,
oh,
yeah, it's crazy. Multiple times. So I would just say, don't nobody better not try me, because I ain't got nothing on me. All my money on Cash App. Where you at?
you've been robbed multiple times?
Multiple times. But I was at Rainbow, and they end up getting security after that. You know what I
Well,
mean? To pick up
great.
money and stuff. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh
Um,
gosh.
but my life has been put in danger multiple times. I've been to Iraq and Kuwait, and I've seen and been through so much traumatic stuff
Mhm.
that I just am thankful for all of the stress-free, drama-free days that I have in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't had enough trauma.
You're gonna be out there whooping some asses soon. If somebody tries to mess with you
Exactly.
again,
But
right?
I used to chase down people, shoplifters, chase them down Penn Avenue in Wilkinsburg. I got bit by somebody before trying to stop them from stealing. Oh man, somebody accused me of sexual harassment because they were a male in the
Uh-huh.
correction when I used to work in correction, and they was a male, and up underneath their male breasts
Uh-huh.
was stuff they wasn't supposed to have, and they said that I did a cavity search on them. My goodness,
Oh.
I cannot. But the main thing is that my character stands true. I am a up and up type of person, and I feel as though I put good karma out in the world, and good karma comes back to me because I continue to be, unfazed and blessed through all of these horrible things that happens in my life and to me.
Shoot.
And by the grace of God, I be making it through.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But yeah, yeah, you deserve some rest.
Some
Um,
rest, yes.
yeah,
So I go for peace nowadays.
yes.
Peace, please. If it ain't about peace, it ain't about nothing.
So, who are some of your favorite, um, maybe poets or inspirational? Like, how do you get your inspiration?
Oh, my inspiration is so personal because the people that I listen to at these poetry shows, I've gone through and supported a lot of different poets in this city,
Mm-hmm.
and I take a little bit from each and every one of them, whether it be their performance, their confidence, their message. Um, I take I take something from them and see how I relate with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I find something, some commonality. Um, and if I can't, then sometimes I just can't relate. But my inspiration definitely comes from the people that are close to me.
Oh, all right, all right.
Yeah, yeah, and I can't say that. I mean, August Wilson is the bomb. You know, he did a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially here in Pennsylvania. And I had an opportunity to perform at the August Wilson House last year.
Oh,
So he was a big, definitely a big inspiration because he just ain't one thing.
oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? He's a creative, and I like those words. So I also get inspiration from the entrepreneurs that are around me,
Mm-hmm.
from the podcast people such as yourself, and I've been on quite a few other podcasts. So those people give me inspiration because they're like connect with others, connect with others, and I feel like it's just an ongoing mantra in my life to connect with others. So the people that I've seen and listened to, they have impact on me, negative or positive, and I keep and let stay, other things. But my inspiration, I can't, I can't, is my life.
All right. Yeah.
Life.
Hey, it can be whatever you want. You could tell me your inspiration is a tree, and I'll say okay.
Yeah, I write about real life shit. Um,
Okay.
and a lot of my poetry, unless I am writing about a specific topic or like injustice and women and DEI and all
Oh
that kind
yeah.
of
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
Yeah,
a whole nother podcast, my friend.
that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But it draws from real life things that I'm going through, and it seems as though people can relate.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
the community is my
So,
to
are
keep
you
going.
able? So, are you able to give us a poem today?
Oh, sure, I can give you a poem today.
All right.
See here, on a good note, is there any affirmations I could give the world? Because everything that's in my mind is so sexy right now. But because I'm on love for Friday. But I don't know. Do you want to hear something sexy?
You can do whatever you want to do. This is a no whole. You can say, you can swear, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay. Well, mama's on my heart, honestly. And my mother was a strong woman and an inspiration to me through it all. And the highest compliment that I have received is that I mirror her spirit.
Yeah, nice.
And And with that, this poem is called A Mother's Legacy.
Okay.
I stand in the quiet, my heart aches, it's true. The world feels so different, so empty without you. But as tears fall freely, I pause and recall the laughter, the lessons, the love through it all. You were the warmth in the morning's first light, the voice in the shadows that made things feel right. Although life's many seasons, you guided with grace, each wrinkle a map of love on your face. You raised us with courage, with patience so deep. Through sleepless nights and years counting sheep, you showed us that faith is the anchor we hold, that God's love will guide us more precious than gold. Your hands were worn, yet so gentle, so strong, mending our hearts when the world did us wrong. You spoke of His mercy, His plan, His design, and showed in your actions a love so divine. Even in struggle, you smiled through the pain, teaching that sunshine can follow the rain. Your life was a canvas painted with care, each brushstroke a blessing, each color a prayer. And now you're in heaven, your journey complete. But your spirit still lingers, is here when we meet, in the laughter of children, in the rustling of the trees, in the songs of the birds, and the soft evening breeze. I'll cherish the memories, your love, your embrace, the joy in your voice, the light on your face. And although we're grieving for many years now, we'll carry your flame. Your legacy lives on through though life's not the same. So we praise the good Lord for the gift of your years, for the laughter, the wisdom, the prayers, and the tears. For a mother so precious, so faithful, so true. Forever, dear mama, I'll be thankful for you. And that's peace.
Ooh, that was so good. It was so moving.
Oh, thank you. Rest in peace, Georgia Lee Robinson. Love you, girl.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I am not that talented. I'm more like roses are red, violets are blue. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Snap, snap, snap. Yeah. That's peace.
Oh, so, what advice would you give your younger self?
I would tell myself to follow my gut,
Mm.
follow my gut, and communicate with a support system and not try to handle everything alone.
Ah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we could all use something like that.
Yeah, because that's how I'm living my life right now, and it's bomb. I'm like, I should have been did this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um, and tell me about your upcoming events.
Oh, great. Okay. So once again, your girl Crystal Barley, aka Steel City Amazon, is going to be a part of some events this February 2025 here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So the events are as follows. On Valentine's Day, it will be a Love and Lust sixth annual spoken word showcase, and there are going to be dancers, poets, performers, and music, as well as giveaway and prizes. There is food for sale. It's going to be at the Legacy Lounge, which is the west end of Pittsburgh,
Mm-hmm.
and the cost is only $20.
Okay.
So that's Valentine's Day. Then the next day is going to be February 15th, and that will be a puff paint. The address will be provided when you purchase your tickets online at tickets.bmndsc.com. And the tickets are only $25. So it's BYOB. You get a canvas and a pre-roll. So, and you get to kick it with me. So it's going to be a good night for sure. Everybody has a good time at the Puff Puff Paints, and it's R&B themed this time for Mel's birthday.
Oh.
So, on the 22nd of February, I will be participating in a fashion show put on by Prince Crown Fashion Royale uh fashion show,
Mhm.
Fashion Royale Couture fashion show at the Union Project over by Negley.
Okay.
And the tickets start at $25. If you want to be a vendor, it's $70. Um it is going to be local designers and creatives and just beautiful people. I cannot wait. Uh they are they have a message
Hmm.
and it's going to be portrayed visually. So you don't want to miss it. And on February 23rd, there will be Lucky Cuckoo movie premiere.
That's exciting.
Yes, at the Parkway Movie Theater, which is also in McKees Rocks, and the cost is only $6.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
so reasonable, right?
it. Totally is.
Yes, so Lucky Cuckoo is a movie that was made by Nels D. He's made several movies here in Pittsburgh, and I am so excited about it. Like the cast of Hustle Hard to Get It season 2 was heavily involved in this project, and I happen to be starring in this role.
Nice.
I was the leading lady in this one. Yes. And I have another movie that is coming out called After the Call to be released in 2025.
Okay. Well, everybody, in case you didn't have a pen to write all that down, you can go to risingstartalentagency.com and click on events, and it'll pull up all those events that she just met that Steel City Amazon just mentioned are all listed on the calendar. So you can click through, see where it's located, see how to get tickets. You're all set.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's some fun questions. Well, they've all been fun questions, actually.
Yeah.
Um, Out of anyone dead or alive, who would you have dinner with and why?
Oh, that's just so heavy. Dead or alive? Maya
Hmm.
Angelou.
Okay.
She is so like inspirational. I mean, I know that I said that the people who are around me inspire me, but I really do admire her work of art
Okay.
and her way of life
All right.
and the legacy that she's left. And if I could have 1/10 of the impact that she's had on this world, I'd
Hmm.
be achieving, my goal, my wildest dreams. Yeah.
And what would that dinner be?
Oh, well, I don't know if she eat meat, but it'd probably be hibachi.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
Something
that's
for
a good.
everybody.
Yeah. All right. Um.
Hibachi and sushi. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That sounds like a good meal. And someone said to my daughter once, they were trying to cheer her up, and they said, think of it this way, a hamburger is just a flat meatball. Now, what would your reaction be to that?
Well, give me some cheese, baby. Everything better put some cheese on it. Oh man. Well, you know what? It's just all about perspective. My reaction to that is, there are two sides to the same coin. And there's always, a way to look at it. And nothing is either created or destroyed. The energy is only transferred in one way or another. So, that is something.
Yes, that was nicer than the look she gave him. No one wanted to hear about a burger being a flat at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
each to his own, right?
Mhm.
Well, I am out of questions for you. Um,
Hey,
let me
thank
think.
you.
Yeah, I mean, this has been very enjoyable. I didn't even feel like it was an interview. We were just two people chatting.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? I had one more thing that I wanted to say about veterans. I almost
Oh yeah.
forgot I could. So I'm also a commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, VFW Angel Bowling Post 4040 out of Homewood, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Our building is currently out of commission and we're trying to get that back on track. We're looking for combat veterans from foreign wars to join us in camaraderie and connecting with the community and making an impact in Pittsburgh. If you're interested, follow Crystal Bartley, aka Steel City Amazon. You go on all platforms, okay? For more
and
information.
and when they look you up on all platforms, they put all that in, or can they just put in like
Oh,
Crystal Bartley, or can they just put in Steel City
so
Amazon?
I should tell people that my name is spelled Kristal. Bartley, Bartley. That's my name on Facebook. On everywhere else, you will be able to find me at Steel City Amazon. And you can just type in Steel City Amazon, look for a picture of a tall, beautiful, chocolate woman,
There you
and
go.
you'll find me.
There you go. And I will attest, folks, that she does keep her social media very up to date. So there's always something to see and learn about. And should we tag any? So I'm going to do a video promoting this interview.
Yeah.
Is there? Let me know if there's anybody I could tag to get veterans attraction. You know, veterans to notice the.
Oh, yeah, you can tag the VFW,
Okay.
Veteran of Foreign Wars, and specifically Angel Bolin. That's Angel spelled with two L's.
Okay.
Bolin, Bolen. Post 4040. That's on Facebook. That's where you can find it there. And what other platforms? Well, shoot, on all platforms, huh? Just tag Steel City Amazon. We'll take it. We take it from there.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I will do that. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. This has been lovely.
It has been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for your time and attention and giving me some things to really think about.
Well, good, I think.
Yes, and I look forward to sharing with you other upcoming events in the future.
Yes, absolutely. Like like I tell people, just send me the events, the pictures or the flyers, and I'll get them up on that calendar.
Outstanding.
All right, good. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. Peace
Um,
and blessings.
have a good night. Staying with the poetry theme of our interview, enjoy two more readings from two poets from in and around the Pittsburgh area.
They came like vultures, picking and pecking at all of her dead parts. Those holes that lay within her cared not about the caliber of thing that filled them, only that they be filled. Empty spaces touched with traces of stilled silences that were so loud, leaving her in a state of awkwardness. Take a deep breath, girl. Remember who you are. These statements stay on lips that shake hips but value Kit Kat. whispering their sweet nothings in their chit chat. But that get back was way more than she'd ever known. Oh, we grown. We outside like car rides on a sultry summer Sunday afternoon. We swoon with the love of things that may hurt us, jerk us, and work us around like a whirlwind. But girlfriend, ain't no W's without the L's. Be well. Big up yourself and time tell. Show your face in the place, find a brother and mind melt. Be well.
Author Hex Dingo. Title Androgynous Default. Bonus point template. Mole begin mallet. The air is grasping. I have shrink wrap face. Bristlecone scrum, a tree line's dotted mask. Fashion quandary with sparse bedroom eyes. Awkward oolong, co-seismal leatherette. Code for probate stag, livid patron breach. Wang Chung Barbiezoid, austere Anglo kook.
Looking for something to do in February? We have a list of events happening. February 22nd is Fashion Royale Couture at the Union Project on North Negley Avenue. February 23rd is the Lucky Cuckoo movie premiere. That's happening at the Parkway Theater and Film. February 25th is Move the Crowd. That's at the Forge Urban Winery in Homestead. Let's see. March 5th is Mark Seiler and the Blake Brothers Open Stage at the Forge Urban Winery. Starts at 7. March 6th is Lexa and Ritz at the Craft House Stage and Grill starting at 7 p.m. And, I missed February 28th is Ball Out featuring Boogie Baby. And that is being held at B&J Bar and Grill. So if you missed all of that, you can go to risingstartalentagency.com and click on events, and the event calendar will pop up. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in to The Other Side of Music. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.